Hey y'all, Noni here. Welcome back to my channel. The most horribly produced YouTube channel ever. I don't even know. What is today? The 20th? Is today Friday? What is today? Do you know what today is? They're here. Can you shut that? Them. Can you shut that door, please?
Who's them?
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to warn you. Do you know what day? Is it Thursday or Friday?
Thanksgiving?
No, baby. What day is today?
Today is Friday.
Thank you.
I love living in Texas. We're out in the Heights.
Oh my God.
In the dead heat.
Yeah, I do have boob sweat.
In shorts.
I know.
Good.
That's why I have the fan blowing on me. Love you. Hi. So if you missed that, I don't know what day is today. The date is the 20th. Why do I feel like YouTube makes my boobs look way bigger than they are? Like, is that a phenomenon or something? I don't know. Anyway, so, okay, you know what? Fucking bitch. I'm trying to prevent that from happening because I hate my arms, and then I also have a tank top under, and that drives me bonkers. But they don't make tank tops that do whatever this does, where it just goes around your neck. Okay, so anyway, so I was hi, I'm up here now. I was asking Kelly what day it was. Like, I didn't know if it was Thursday or Friday or whatever. So I go, what day is it? And he just, because he had just walked in the room, he stood in the corner, in the darkened corner over there, and just in the quietest voice goes, Thanksgiving? What the fuck? I think everybody in the country is just going through a major mind fuck. You know what I mean? Like, so I think we all just need to give ourselves and everyone in the universe, or in your universe, grace, because we're all going through it, man. You know, people talk about Mercury in retrograde and how, like, oh, it's so crazy. I'm sure, I don't know if other countries talk about it, but I know in America, it's a very big, hi. There's so many things happening. It's a very big deal. So, even though I have no idea if it's Mercury in retrograde right now, I'm just saying it feels like it is. And I hate this fucking shadow that my glasses are making. Oh, it's from the iPad. Okay, so real quickly, I have the iPad out because I want to finally talk about my favorite Thanksgiving movie. But I cannot breathe. I'm having shortness of breath. This is the first, and I wouldn't call it a meal, but this is the first meal I've eaten. And I think it's 4:30 p.m. Central Time. I had maybe like that big of a piece of pumpkin bread earlier. And then I never ate anything since because I took an Adderall, which I have a prescription for, but I don't normally take because of my burning mouth syndrome. The Adderall makes that a bazillion times worse. So even though I have a prescription from my neurologist based on lots of different tests that I took, like like written timed tests and all these different things. So it's not just, some doctor saying, here's some Adderall, go, have a great day. It's not that. Hold on. And I wasn't even subscribed it until when I went to the neurologist to find out about my small fiber neuropathy. So that was like 5 years ago. And yeah, I tried a couple of different things. I tried this stuff called Vyvanse. Again, I'm not a doctor, not recommending it. I'm not telling you to go get it. I'm just telling you about my experience, which is, and I'm so sorry about the glare, but I cannot see you if I don't wear my glasses. So, and it also may look like I'm not looking directly at you. I don't know. Anyway, none of that matters. So, anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, okay. So, I think I talked about in my last video, I think anyway, maybe I didn't. Well, okay. I've made a lot of videos for you that I haven't uploaded because I never got to finish them because my phone, like I tried to do it outside while I was potting my plant babies, and my phone was not having it. It was like the minute I would unplug it from the power source, like, the battery charger, it would just plummet and I would have no battery at all. I've got to take a drink of something or I feel like I might die. So hold on a minute. That is too sweet. Just a minute. Okay, so but I've been battling this fatigue that is not normally part of my small fiber neuropathy experience. Like being tired and being exhausted from being in physical pain. So like when I used to have to physically go to work and I have to finish the sandwich, so we're just gonna have to work together. I'm sorry if it's bothersome. I have to at least finish this half. So anyway, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say again. Let me think about it. Oh, fatigue. Okay, so what was this time last year? So let's just say 2018. I mean, it doesn't really matter what year, but I haven't worked in almost a year, sadly, because I really do want to. But so let's just say 2018. When you wake up in a lot of pain, chances are you didn't get much sleep because of the pain. with the help of Ambien, again, not recommending it, this is just my experience, I went from getting about 2 broken hours of sleep a night because I would just be in such extreme pain. You have to constantly keep moving your body. Your body requires it because you get stiff, and I mean like rigor mortis. And I think I've said that before. You have to pry your hands open, your fingers open, that kind of thing. So, and when you're trying to keep your body in constant motion while you're sleeping, then you're not really sleeping. So, with the help of Ambien, I was able to get a good solid 5 hours of sleep, like consecutive hours. Before it was 2 hours, but it was broken, like 15 minutes, you know. That was a really, really bad time of life for me. Like, I was getting to the point of desperation. So, and so when you, but even with the Ambien, like, so you're getting 5 hours of sleep at night. Okay, sorry. So you're getting 5 hours of sleep a night, and you are, what's the word? You're not, guys, I'm struggling with the brain fog today. But that's good. It's good for you to see this because that's part of why I started this channel. So, yeah. It's weird though, like the pain part, and I think it's because I'm not working. So, okay, let me just finish. Let me go back to where I was. So, when I was working full time, it was an office job, answering a lot of phone calls, doing a lot of customer service stuff, working, with internal customers and external customers, basically just taking care of everybody. And I really loved my job. I looked forward to going to work every day. I loved the people that I worked with. So thank God I wasn't going to a job I hated. Can you fucking imagine? God. I mean, I can. I've worked at a job I hated, but not with a chronic illness. I had one job where every single day I would get it only lasted for 6 months because luckily it was one of those temp to perm jobs, and it had only been I'd worked there for 6 months, and I think they were just about to give me a hold on. They were about to hire me from the temp agency that had loaned me out to them or whatever. Luckily, I got another job at this last place that I was at for 8 years. But I would leave every single day. I would get in my car. It was an 8-hour day job. I would get in my car and immediately start sobbing. Like, just that deep, desperate, wailing sobbing. Okay. I was so miserable. And then I would pretty much cry all the way home. And it was a good 40-minute drive. So, so thank God I didn't. I know a lot of people that have chronic illnesses that have to work with the worst people. And I can't imagine having to do with that. Hold on, because I have the fan on me and it is making me, I was hot. Now I'm a little chilly. So, hi. Okay. All right. So, anyway, but going, oh, this is so fun. All right. But going to work, so remember when we talked about the spoon theory? I read that to you way a long time ago when I first started the channel. So you have, let's say, 20 spoons allotted for each day. Waking up is 1 spoon. Getting out of bed, like just physically getting your body out of bed and to the bathroom, is like 2 spoons. You don't shower in the day because a shower will make you cry because it's so exhausting. So you shower at night, and you shower, and then you immediately throw yourself on the bed and you cry. And sometimes you cry in the shower. So, but the getting up, the brushing your teeth, of course, I did minimum effort on the way I looked. Like, I went into work looking like this every day because there was just like, I mean, I wore nice, clean shirts and nice, clean jeans, all of that. But like, I was not dressing up. I was not. Nobody got cute Heather with makeup and hair done and all of that. Not at least after I got sick. Before I got sick, every day I was cute. And I'm getting hot. Oh my God. This video wasn't even supposed to be about small fiber neuropathy. I wanted to talk about my favorite movie. Okay, so what I'll probably do is finish this up, stop this, and then turn the camera back on, and we'll talk about my favorite movie. Okay, so anyway, so then getting dressed, just putting your hair in a ponytail when it's very painful to your arms and to your hands. Walking is excruciating because your muscles, everything is stiff and painful. So that takes up more energy than the average person uses, right? And being in pain uses up a lot of your brain energy, right? Like, because your brain is trying to concentrate on doing the, just walking and putting the hair in the ponytail and all of that, but it's also concentrating on the pain. So there's just so much noise going on all the time. So that takes up a lot of energy. So by the time you get to work, you started out with 20 spoons. You probably have 10. Then, depending on, before I got my handicap parking spot, which I didn't always get because they only gave us 2. 2! And it was a large building. I mean, there were more scattered around, but the rest were out front where there was an incline up. So I would be walking up. No freaking way. I'm not going to be walking up an incline. And it was out, so our car was going to be exposed to the heat all day, every day in Texas. And that means the inside of your car is like, what, I don't know, 150 degrees inside. And of course, extreme heat bothers my, whatever this is, small fiber neuropathy. So, if you get a good parking space, you're going to use like 2 spoons getting from your car to your desk. Because for me, walking was my biggest exhaustion, right? Because it was very painful and it took more energy than anything else because you're dragging. It feels like you have like 50-pound weights on each leg. And so by the time you get up to your desk, you're exhausted. So you're down to what, 8 spoons, and then you're going to the bathroom, and as each spoon goes, so does your energy level, right? And you get more and more tired and exhausted the less spoons you have. And then the more years you deal with this, in my opinion, at least for me, the less spoons you wake up with. So maybe when I first got diagnosed, I started out with 20 spoons. And by the time, right before I got not fired, I did not get fired. You can look it up. But I'm not going to edit this shit. I got laid off. There were a lot of layoffs. Anyway. Hi, baby. Okay, so By the time I won the right to work from home, um, because that was going to definitely save me a lot of spoons, which is why I wanted to work from home, because then I could just get up out of bed, go to my desk, which is, I don't know, it's like 7 steps, 8 steps from my bed. That's it. Like, I don't have to change. I don't have even have to put my hair in a ponytail if I don't want to. Um, and that's it. So right there, I'm saving what, 10 spoons? Because by the time I did that, I started working from home. I was down to, I would start my day off with like 5 spoons. Like, I found that I spent a lot of my mornings in tears driving to work. I wasn't driving, riding to work in tears. Um, just, and any of you that have a chronic illness, like, the longer you have it, at least for me anyway, the less capacity you have to deal with it, or the less spoons or whatever. But since I've been um, unemployed, I've noticed that the more time that goes by, I have less pain. Like, the pain is different now. So the pain started out with kind of the nerve pain, everything I told you, like in the beginning, all that weird nerve pain in my foot and all that, to this constant muscle pain and stiffness, and I still have that in my shoulders. My hands still hurt quite a bit. The other day I did something, and it wasn't even that much, but like, here I'm holding a tripod thing, so I can't use the other hand. Maybe if I put you on my knee. Hi, will that work? We're gonna give it a shot. So right here, and I am so sorry that my nails are dirty. I know I've also talked about this, how OCD I am about it, but I planted some pots today, and I don't have any gloves, so I'm pushing on the dirt. I'm very OCD about the plants too. Like, I spend a lot of time potting each one, and I push in the dirt, and so anyway, that's soil, plant soil. Um, so, and I have been, this is, you know, after cleaning them several times. So what I'm going to have to do is just clip. Anyway, it's not nail time with Noni, right? Who cares? So, what was I saying? Okay, so I've noticed, and at first I think I didn't notice because I just wasn't using my legs as much. Like, I wasn't having to like drag myself out of bed, drag myself into the car, drag myself into the building, drag myself to the bathroom. And keep in mind, a woman of my age has to go to the bathroom. If we're talking about every hour, like 2 to 3 times an hour, okay? And it's not that you're producing a lot of urine. I'm not trying to be TMI, but it's just that it feels like there's a lot, and then you get in there and it's like, nothing happens. It's like tinkle, tinkle, and then that's it. But you have to go, because if you don't, it's horrible. And any of you women out there, you know what I'm talking about. So, and so I don't know if that's it, or, small fiber neuropathy does have a tendency to evolve and change, I've noticed through my years. Like, I used to get a lot of pain in my forearms right here and right in here. It started on this one, and I would have to do this stretch. It's very hard for me to show you. Hi. I don't I don't know how to show you. But you put your arm out straight in front of you, okay? And then you hold it, hold your hand like this, and then you twist, right? So that's how you stretch that forearm right there. Because that muscle would get so tight that I would have to go in the car and cry. And just cry because it hurt so bad. I did cry at my desk a lot, but when it hurt that bad, I would just have to go in my car and cry and wrap it with ace bandages because pressure on it helped. So I bought some sleeves and stuff like that. And any chronic illness patient will tell you they have spent so much money on shit that they thought was going to work or help them, and then it doesn't help them, and it's really quite sad. Like, we need to, I think, figure out a way to have chronic illness communities where you can try things out without buying them. Like, I spent $300 on this. I don't even know what it's called. It's this thing that wraps around your shin, and it's like a TENS unit, which if you don't know what a TENS unit is, that's the thing that's got the little, like, sticky pads, and then the little electronic things stick on it, and it zaps you. It's like electricity, but it doesn't hurt. It's supposed to relieve, like, tension. Now, all I have found is that it doesn't necessarily help my pain. It just is. So if you're at work and you're having, like, a lot of muscle pain or whatnot, it distracts. It makes it easier to distract you from the pain. It doesn't really take it away, but you don't feel it as much because you're distracted by the constant zzz. It just feels like a vibration, and you can control the level. By the time I was done, at first, you're like, just the first level. I almost broke my chapstick. Just the first level. Hi, let's look at my neck for just a minute. Level 1 was, like, intense, and then I think that I got up to, like, 20 or some shit. I haven't used them in a while. I had to use them at work a lot. I had to use a lot of different things at work to distract me from the pain because it is hard to work a full-time job and have chronic pain, let me tell you. Especially when you're on the phone and when you're sitting in a cubicle where it's completely open, there's no door, and people, oh, sorry, covering it with my hand. People are walking by and you're crying. It's utterly embarrassing. And that's just one of the many reasons I wanted to work from home. And if you are a manager, I implore you, if you're a manager and you don't have chronic pain and there's no one in your life that has chronic pain, but you somehow stumbled upon my super fun page, if you have any of your workers that work for you that have chronic pain, employees, whatever, I really recommend, like, you letting them work from home. It will improve their work performance because their quality of life. By the time I started working from home, my quality of life was absolute shit. I would wake up, cry while I was getting ready, cry on the way to work, drag myself into work, cry at my desk, do the very best I could. I would never, like, no one at work except for the girl I sat right across from, one of my really good friends. She still is one of my really good friends. But she is probably the only one that saw me crying, because that's how our cubicles were set up. But if anyone's walking by, like, they can see you, and if they want to like stop and chitty chat with you or ask you a question, it's super embarrassing. And hopefully they don't notice. If anyone did notice that my eyes were red, I would usually lie and just tell them, oh, I was just listening to the saddest podcast or whatever. But none of my customers, no one on the phone ever knew I was crying. Like, the minute I could be crying, and then the minute my phone rang, I would be like, thank you for calling, blah, blah, blah. My name is Heather. How can I help you? Da, da, da. You know, and it was just like that. And I gave the best, like, my customer service ratings were always top notch. Every review I ever had, because they monitor your phone calls and they listen to them. And I always got the best marks for working with customers and the follow up and just the way that I dealt with them, because I love customer service. And so it was hard, but I did not want what was happening to me to affect anyone's experience, because I was working with doctor's offices about patients' cases, patients' pathology cases. And so it was important work. And me being a patient, it was extremely important to me that I do the best I can. So anyway, I don't even know where I was going with this. Where was I going with this? Oh, I mean, that wasn't the point of the video, making the video, but if you do have anyone working for you that is a chronically ill patient, and you have the means. I know right now everything's COVID and a lot of people are working from home, but I see a lot of jobs that say temporary COVID, work from home, but it's temporary. And for me, the thought of having to physically go back, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I could do it. The thought of having to do it makes me want to cry right now thinking about it. Like, yeah, my quality of life was so bad. I would just work all day. Like I said, cry before work, and then I'd cry on the way home. I'd, come home and then just lay in bed like a zombie and go to sleep. And that was my life. That's all I did. I could no longer do crafts. Going back there. I didn't expect it to get me emotional. Thinking about that, well, this is surprising. Hold on. I have toilet paper in here somewhere. I wish I had... Hi, how are you? I wish I had Kleenex. That cool kind, that's like that, where it feels cool to the touch. Cool Touch, I think it's what it's called. It's amazing. It's the best. I don't even know who makes it. I don't know if it's actual Kleenex brand. And I know they're not called Kleenex. They're called tissues. But, what can I say? Their branding is so good that all tissue is called Kleenex now. Anyway, so I wasn't expecting that. But I guess that shows you how miserable I was. I was absolutely miserable. And the thought of having to do that again is absolutely terrifying. And also upsetting, because I don't think that I can do it. I honestly, I got to really, and I think I've talked about this before, I got to a real place of desperation, and I don't like to use certain words because I don't want to trigger anybody. So I'm not going to use those words, but just suffice it to say that when I say I got to a place of desperation, desperate people do really, really desperate things that they can't take back once they've done them, if you know what I mean, okay? So, but I will say this. I think the one thing that has saved me is, hold on. Oh, I have to blow my nose, guys. I'm so sorry. I know that a lot of people do not like that and that it's very triggering for them. So I'm going to warn you right now, turn the volume down or look away or turn me off, whatever. I'm so sorry. Hi. Look at this pretty picture. Just a minute. Oop, my ear popped. Sorry, hold on. Sorry. And I'm sure that that's very dusty, so I apologize for that as well. But I don't know if you play video games, but this is from, it says Rapture. This is from my all-time favorite video game of life. Like, this is deserted island shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you were stuck on a deserted island and only could have 3 video games, what would they be? And I would say BioShock, the original one. They're all good. BioShock 1 and 2, and then Infinite, which is also BioShock, but a different, whole different scenario. The Last of Us, the first one, I haven't even... The second one I haven't gotten to do. I tried. I don't know what it is. I can't do it. I don't know if it's the visual sensation of the movement or if it does hurt using my hands on the controller. I don't know what it is, but the first Last of Us, I really enjoyed that. Like I said, BioShock. What would my third one be? That's tough. I'm going to have to think about that. If I remember, which I probably won't, I will come back to that. Okay, let's try not to cry anymore. Okay. I guess that was way more traumatizing than I thought it was. So I think not working every day has helped my physical body. I get a lot of headaches still. I'm working on one now, of course, because the minute I start crying, it's triggered. The Adderall also probably triggered it, and the not eating. Yeah, none of that probably helped. So the plan was, the reason I took the Adderall was because like I said, I have been experiencing a ton of fatigue. And here's the problem. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot with you guys because I have tried to film a video with you over many days now, and something keeps happening, whether it's technical stuff or I don't know. And so I'm saying all of these things, which is shit that I'm saying now, and that's why it feels like I've already said it, because I have, but you haven't seen it. Because I haven't uploaded the video because there's been technical issues or whatnot. Because bottom line, due to anxiety, I still haven't started using my vlogging camera. And I know that that is hard to understand if you don't have anxiety. um it's hard for me to understand, why would I be anxious about using a vlogging camera? Like, I'm not anxious about talking to you guys. That's not what's making me anxious. It's it's using the vlogging camera for the first time and trying to learn how to use it. Um and like, if it's something I'm forced into doing, right? Like, even at work, like, you know, anyone that's ever worked a corporate job knows that they have these systems, right? That aren't just the window stuff, like systems that are specific to that industry or that business, okay? And they may have a system called, I worked with one years ago. What the hell was it called? I don't remember. Let's just say it was called tofu, okay? Um, and the, big announcement for the department. Okay, we just purchased this software. It's a brand new, customer, um, you know, shit. I need my brain to work, please. Um, Customer management software, right? Where you store all of your customers' data, you store, any time you have a conversation with them, you make a note in this. Each one has their own, like, I can't think of the word. What is the freaking word? Each customer has, like, their own account or whatever. It's not an account, but so you could go up and look up, like, ABC Derm, right? XYZ or whatever. Then you'll find all your patients, not your patient, all your clients' information, and then notes on anything that's happened, like in the last conversation, so and so was upset about so and so, those kind of things. And any place you call, like AT&T or, um, you know, I don't know, your cable provider, they're going to have the same kind of system. It's called a CRM. And they're going to be able to look up and say, oh, hi, Noni. I see last time you called was 2 months ago and you reported this problem, blah, 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 blah. Is that what you're calling about today? So that kind of thing. And where the fuck was I going with that? Wow. This is with Adderall, guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's happened at every company I've ever been at. And so learning a new system is always, stressful. Everybody stresses about it. Anybody that says they're not stressed about it is just lying. Inside, they're like, because learning a whole new system is stressful. You've been doing things one way for 5 years, and all of a sudden they come in and they say that system is going away completely. Here we go with the new tofu CRM system. Enjoy. So even with that stuff, I had anxiety, but it was, I would be forced into it. Like, I would have to do it, and it was not a problem. Like, I picked up on things very quickly, and I'm very much like, once I do it, I I know it, and I'm good. Um, it's just getting to that point when it's my own personal stuff, where no one's forcing me to do it, and it's not my job. That's when I'm like, I put it off. What I probably need is Kelly, to just force me to do it. You know what I mean? Like, just sit me down and be like, okay, here's the camera. I'm going to show you how it works right now, and you're going to make a video. Like, I think that's what I'll do. I'll tell him that's what I need. Because, like, anytime I tell him, like, hey, I need this, can you do this for me? He will. Like, when he took over my, um, the medication, the thyroid medication. And I think, yes, I think you guys did see that video because I think I actually uploaded it. And I'm sorry, I am getting a burning sensation in my eye, which is very common for my neuropathy. It's either a burning sensation that I get, which is not fun. Like like it feels like it's burning. Or it's a sharp shooting pain that it feels like a long hot needle, or it feels like there's a pine cone in your eyeball and you can't get it out. And I know everybody knows what it feels like to have something in their eye. Even the tiniest thing is just awful, right? And you just like, I've got to get it out. But this happens with small fiber neuropathy, and there isn't anything in your eye. And now it's moving to, it went from a burning to where it feels like there's something in my eye. And even though I know that there's nothing in my eye, I still am behaving like there's something in my eye. And sometimes I think that tricks the brain. I feel like I have to do it, number one, but also I feel like sometimes that tricks the brain into thinking, oh, she got it out. Because, like, and this is just a tip from me. Let's say, for example, and I think I've told you this before, but it bears repeating. Let's say you get the, like, sharp stabbing needle pain in the top of your foot. Sometimes my foot will kind of start up that mess, and I'll be like, I'll, look at my foot, and I'll stare at it, and I'll be like, no, you stop it right now. Stop it. Stop being a little bitch, or whatever, Sometimes I do say that. Whatever it takes to make it stop, and it will stop. And I wish that worked with the other pain, like the deep muscle tissue pain. It does not, unfortunately. Doesn't work with my migraines. There's just something about nerve pain. You can tell the difference. It's all caused by neuropathy, and or fibromyalgia, but it is different. So there's just, I don't know, something about nerve pain sometimes. Now, the nerve pain that took me to the ER, that eventually took me to the neurologist, that did not work. I also didn't think to try it because I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, I didn't know anything about, I knew what neuropathy was, but to be honest, and not to be offensive in the least, I thought it was for old people. Like, I thought, oh, well, old people get neuropathy. I didn't even know it had anything to do with diabetes. That's usually what causes neuropathy in the extremities. I thought it was just an old people thing, honestly. But it's not. Old people don't just normally and naturally get neuropathy. They might get an illness that causes neuropathy, but it's not like a natural, normal thing for an old person to get neuropathy. Anyway, so bottom line is I am dealing with major fatigues, and I've got a lot that I need to do, a lot that I need to get done. I really, I mean, I don't have to do this, but I want to do it for my hippo. I want to get the house. I decorate like crazy, crazy inside of the house where it looks like maybe Macy's of New York would look like, I would imagine, or FAO Schwartz, like every inch of the entire place, my room, the except for maybe the kitchen. There might be a couple things in the kitchen, but every other inch of the place is covered in lights, 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 lights everywhere. I'm a colored lights kind of person, not a white lights kind of person. I like things to be fun and whimsical. If I was rich, um, my dream, my Christmas fantasy is to have like every room would have a theme. So it would be like one room would be like silver and blues and purples, like a winter wonderland. And then another one would be silver and gold. And then another one would be like a Christmas story, right? So like very old, classic 1940s Christmas ornaments. Like my grandma used to have these kind. I have no idea how they worked. Well, I mean, they were electric. And I'm like, I don't understand how they had more sophisticated ornaments or lights. I guess they were lights, more sophisticated lights back then. Like these were lights that had bubbly water in them. Like they made bubbles and they lit up and they went all around the tree, and they were like wish I could show you. But I can't use both my hands here. Let me see this if I can put you in between my two knees. Okay. See, if I was all fancy and could like edit and insert a picture, I would do that, but we're just not there yet, guys. We are going to get there someday, I promise. And I'm sorry it's so dark in here, but I lost daylight, and it is what it is. Anyway, so they were like, they weren't even hourglass shaped. Maybe like the top was hourglass shaped, and then the bottom would kind of come down like a teardrop kind of thing. Are you with me? Or sometimes it would be like more bulbousy in the middle and then would come out like a teardrop like this. I don't know. If I can find, I mean, let's be honest, I'm not going to find a picture and insert it. Maybe next year. You know what I mean? But the fun part is next year I'll probably make this same video about Christmas decorations, and I'll completely forget that I already talked about it. So I'll be able to insert the picture by next year. That's my goal. Yeah. Another goal that I have is, I think I've told you guys this before. Peter Monn, Peter Monn, Monn, is the one that inspired me. Him and some of my favorites like Raw Beauty Christie, who's about to have a baby, her first baby. The Fry Life, that my God, Peter and Mary Fry, Frey. Markiplier, like, Good Mythical Morning. Those are some, well, Markiplier's not, but like Good Mythical Morning, they're like super crazy produced in not a bad way, in a good way. I love them, but um but anyway, they're the ones, especially Peter, because Peter is the one, because I've always, as I've said, I always thought about doing this, but Peter is the one that would always say, if you're thinking of doing it, just freaking do it. Just do it. And so I did. And so I have another goal. I don't know how, what's the word I'm thinking of? Oh my God, what is the word I'm thinking of? I don't know how logical, I guess, it is or whatever. Oh, I was also inspired by Markiplier and Ethan. I do not know his last name. I'm so sorry, but they had a show called Unis Honest, and their plan was they were going to film every single day for a year and then erase their channel. And that was just to show like um that's how life is, right? Life happens and then it's gone, and you just have to embrace it in the moment, right? So Peter Mon made I think it was a couple years ago, he had a YouTube channel. He now has 6 channels, by the way, guys, doing different things. He has like a review channel, and then he's got like his drama channel, and then he's got his like vlog channel where he drives around. He just drives around and talks for a couple of hours. Um, and I can't remember which one it was, but he said he made a commitment, like he wanted to try filming every single day for a year. And I really do want to try that. I'm hoping that I remember to do that. I could start it now, but if I'm going to start something, I prefer to start it on a Monday, right? Which is the beginning of the week. I know it's Sunday's the beginning of the week, but come on. Not really. So, hi, how are you? So, I want to start on January 1st. And it may not be long videos. Most of my videos are actually very long. This one's going on an hour. But even if it's just making one like I did the other day, I think it was like 30 seconds, and I didn't even make it. My husband did. I didn't know he was filming me when my little precious Paloma was giving me kisses. But I thought it was so sweet and so cute, and I wanted to share because she brings me so much joy, and I thought maybe she could bring any of you out there that's watching the same joy. So, but even if it's just making a small video like that and uploading it, I just want to say that I filmed every single day. I do also, one of my goals with that is, of course, will continue to be awareness for small fiber neuropathy, fibromyalgia, chronic illness, invisible illness, childhood trauma, things to do with, you know, sexual assault, sexual abuse, that kind of thing. And I will do my very best to give trigger warnings when I do that kind of content. Those are all things. Perhaps make more videos on DID. I am not very far along with that because I never got very far with the therapy. Like, I was diagnosed, and then it was like, you know, I did like 10 sessions with her, and though I liked a lot of what she said in terms of none of it's my fault, and I need to give myself more grace, and that it's parts for me. That's what I needed. For everybody else, it's completely different. So please don't be offended if you have DID and you manage yours differently. Mine does not manifest the way that others does, and I believe it's because I have a different version. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it's a different type of DID. But she and I didn't even get that far because I ended up firing her because she would not let me record and our sessions, which I thought was real sketchy from the beginning. I was like, what do you mean? Like, She said it wouldn't be ethical or something. And I'm like, well, I'm the one saying I want to record. Like, you're not recording without my knowledge. Like, I know I'm being recorded. I want the recordings. Like, I would be recording from my phone, and you could also record from your phone if you wanted to, but I can't remember shit. So for me, every time we would come back to a session, it was like we were starting all over again, because she'd be like, she'd reference something and I'd be like, what? And she's like, remember we talked about this last time? And I'm like, no, I don't remember. And a lot of the reason why I probably didn't remember is because I disassociated, because every single session I was hysterically, hi, getting my heating pad. I was hysterically crying my eyes out. So obviously I'm not gonna remember much, and I'm probably gonna need some help. It is absolute. I went and turned. I was sweating real bad, because even though it's mid-November here, it's still hot as fuck in Texas, and I went and I put our air conditioner on 64, and now I'm freezing. But now I think Mimi's home, and I'm afraid to go out there, because then she'll be like, "Who turned the air conditioner down?" Oh God. Anyway, here, I want to show you real quick. This is not a cute angle at all, but I want to show you my plant babies. Look. Aren't they cute? There's so many different ones. They're all doing different things. I don't know how well you can see. How can we do this? I don't want to put this on my lap because the dirt will come through. Okay. Here. Let's do this. I'll just get a couple. I don't know where they're from. Like, that's the best one, and I can't. Ooh. I don't think I can show you any of them. Maybe. Okay, so I'm going to be very gentle with this one. Here, let me turn on. I have these plant lights. Oh, shit, that's bright. They're called grow lights. So, like, this is a fantastic shot of close-up of my lovely face. Okay, I've got little plants. Where are you? Hi. There you are. Look. Okay, so I've got little bitty leaves sitting on top of this leaf because I needed room, but look at this. Is it too close? I think it's too close. But it's my fang plant. You know my fang plant? Remember that I've shown you before? It's growing babies. Is that not the freaking coolest thing? That is just so freaking cool. Okay, hold on. Move over. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So, I don't want this falling off. Oh, we're getting a good look at my gobbler. That's this right here. Okay. Okay. The ones that seem to do best, I don't know why, and I don't know what they're called. I don't know what they're called. Okay. I mean, look at this. This was just a leaf that was on another plant. Not that. These are the babies. But this was just a leaf hanging out on another plant, and it fell off, It's the one that's in this big giant white bowl that I have, and it's got all these succulents kind of pouring out of it. It just grew like the dickens. I call it Ursula because it reminds me of Ursula with all of her little octopus things coming out. But what happens is normally this leaf is completely filled out. Okay? So it's nice and fat. Like all of this right here is completely filled up with plant guts or leaf guts or whatever. I don't know. God. Oh, man. Anyway, I am not a professional succulent grower. But I learned from Mary from the Fry Life about succulents. And she always she called them her propagates. She was propagating. And what you do is when the leaf falls off, and then sometimes if you're pruning, you might, if there's some leaves that look like they're not doing as great, you might pull it off and propagate it. And you lay it down in this, anything on a plate or a tray, or whatever, what have you. I mist mine every day with water. They don't all produce. Sometimes, like this guy, they'll just like kind of, they don't all do it. But these do, I don't know, again, I don't know what they're called, so, yeah, I have no idea what they're called, but these do very well. Like, these almost always, okay, well, let's try this. Hold on, I'm gonna try something. So maybe you can see. Okay, let's get that light, like that, maybe. How is that still shining on my face? I have it turned completely up. Anyway, hi. I still haven't talked about my movie, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to because it's now, I've been talking to you for an hour. Over an hour. Ugh. Then I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. Okay. So, but real quick, I want to show you this. So, okay. And I never used to really be into plants. Okay, so where's the camera? Is it this? Do you do this when you're like trying to show somebody something? I want you to see this. It's so cute. Maybe if I have a little bit more light. Oh, that's too much. Why is it still blurry? Maybe it's because your phone and you're not supposed to be using your phone anymore. You're supposed to be using your video camera. But again, I just got to give myself grace. That's all I can do, right? Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to make it work. But I really wanted you to see how cute the little leaves are on there. I don't know if you can make that out. But, I mean, whenever I see these things sprouting, it does not fail to give me joy. And then, eventually, I wish I had one to show. Are you looking at the top of my head? Hi there. I wish I had one to show you. Well, I will in time. I'll have one to show you. But eventually, you'll put them in pots. Can you see this? Oh, that's a little bit better. But you put them in the tiniest pots, and they're so cute. Anyway, Hi. Let's do this. I am not. Oh my God, that was my hand. I'm so sorry. That is such a no-no. Hi. Okay. So, oh yeah. So we were talking about my fatigue. So that's the weird thing. Now I'm getting all of this. So I have less pain, which is great, but I have way more fatigue. Like the fatigue is just, and it's so different. Like it's not the tiredness and it's not the tiredness and the exhaustion like I spoke about before, like you have when you're having to work while you are in chronic pain. Sorry, I have to check my temperature because I keep having very mild low fevers that I'm trying to document because I don't know if it has anything to do with flare-ups or whatnot, but it's just something interesting and I'm trying to track it. It's not COVID or anything like that. I haven't been anywhere. Literally. And if I have been anywhere, I don't remember. But I haven't. It sounds like there's a lot of people in this house right now. I don't know why that is. Anyway. And why it makes me nervous, but it does. I guess it's because I'm filming a video, and anytime someone walks into me filming a video, even though they know I do this, I feel like I've been caught doing something naughty or whatever. I don't know. I think when you have anxiety, like you have anxiety about everything. Do you know? I think there's regular anxiety, and I just think there can be levels. Oh, I remember, like a spectrum, right? We've talked about that before. Spectrum. I remember what I wanted to tell you before about when I was talking about how when I had to go to work, I got to a place of real desperation where I started feeling real desperate, if you know what I mean. And one thing that I think helped me survive that phase, if you understand what I mean by survive, I'm trying not to use triggering words. And there's one word that I think is very triggering. It's even triggering for me. But I don't want to trigger anybody else. So I'm trying to be as discreet. Sorry, I had to take off my ankle brace. Discreet as I can. So, but I feel like the hyper empathy that I have, which I've also talked about before, where and it's not like there's in the metaphysical kind of spiritual world, people talk about being an empath, and I do definitely believe that I am that, but I also think it may be different and it may not be, but I think some people don't see it as an actual, like, and I don't want to call it a mental condition because some people misconstrue when you say mental condition as a disability. I would not consider it a disability. It is sometimes debilitating because you get so over in tune with everybody's feelings and the feelings that are going on just in the world. You know what I mean? But having that, I think, also helped me because when you think about what your life not what desperate people do, right? What that would do to your families and your loved ones. It's very easy for me to feel exactly what they would feel. And because I can feel that, it stops me from taking desperate acts, right? Or action, desperate action, because I can feel what they would feel, and I can't imagine ever doing anything like that that would hurt my children, especially my husband, of course, and my family and friends, of course, but my children especially. I cannot imagine doing anything like that that would just emotionally gut my children. So I think that has helped me to not make desperate decisions for things that are not permanent. I might have a permanent condition, a chronic condition, right? But I may not feel that desperate in the next 5 minutes, the next 10 minutes, the next 10 hours, the next 10 days. It might change. And so waiting for that change is so very, very hard. I understand that. Believe me, I really do. I understand that. It feels like an eternity, and it feels unfair. Like, why should I have to do this for another minute? I can't even imagine doing this for another second. I'm so desperate to just not feel this way anymore. And whether that's a mental, emotional pain, which I've also felt, or a physical pain, or a combination of all of them, having a chronic illness can be and is very isolating in many different ways. No one else feels like you do. Chances are no one else that in your family, no one else that you live with physically feels the way you do. Therefore, they don't feel mentally the way that you do. Like, Kelly didn't have the same struggles as I did going to work every day. That doesn't mean he didn't go to work in pain. Some days he's got neck pain. He's got, from being in motorcycle wrecks and whatnot. He's got, back pain. He's 50 something. Okay, not bad. So, I think everybody's had to go to work in some kind of physical pain, but it's when every single moment of your day, there is no escape, not even an hour. Every single moment of your day is nothing but pain. That's when I think you come to a place of desperation. Ooh, are you starting to get roots? Oh my goodness. Look at this, she's getting roots. Yes, I do baby talk to my plants. Look! Isn't that cute? They're like pink, but there's no leaves yet. Anyway, it sounds like my babies are all home, so I'm gonna go, and my eyeball is still doing the thing it's doing, so I'm gonna go. And maybe someday we'll talk about this freaking movie, because I really want to talk about it. I want to tell you about it because I love it. But hello. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up here. But I will try to make that video tomorrow. I promise I will try. Hopefully I can get something figured out with this. I need a better tripod or something. I have a better tripod. I just don't know where it is. Where's the better tripod at? Okay, well, that's great. I think I saw it on your desk out there.
Okay.
All right, nice talk.
Find it. It's whatever.
Okay, thanks. It's whatever. Oh, man. You just gotta love being married sometimes, don't you? Do you really, though? Do you really have to love it? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love my husband. But also he drives me absolutely fucking crazy. Okay? But I think everybody's husbands and wives drive them crazy, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. I have to show you the cutest thing ever. Okay, so I love tiny little jars. Like, do I have a tiny jar? Hold on. Hello, tiny jar. Tiny jar. Okay, well, I have some tiny jars that I put my propagates in, and I think I showed you those. But, and you don't often see these, like, you know, those little bottles of booze that you can get at booze stores that are like airplane booze. You know, when you go on a plane and you buy like a, I don't know, Bloody Mary seems like an airplane drink to me. You buy a Bloody Mary and they bring you the tomato juice and then they bring you like a little bottle of vodka, right? Look at what was at the, oh, chapstick. Hey, this is a good day. Look at this. Hey, girl. Anyway, first of all, I've had different ones of these. I don't drink a lot of alcohol because I find it to be a trigger for my migraines, and like literally the minute I take a sip of alcohol, I get a headache. Sometimes, not every time. And then sometimes I just say fuck it because mama wants a drink. So, and I deal with the ramifications. But this, the jar is just so cute. I can't even tell you. Okay, are you ready? How cute is this? How cute is this? It says, it's you know, there's all these people, or not people, but like brands that make what's called moonshine, and then it's, you know, there's one that's got like a bunch of just cherries in it, like maraschino cherries, and it's moonshine, which doesn't really have a, moonshine doesn't have a flavor. Moonshine tastes like, doesn't even taste like vodka. It just tastes like pure alcohol. But anyway, this is called Sippin' Cream, Appalachian Sippin' Cream, because, you know, they make moonshine in the Appalachian Mountains, like for real. They're called moonshiners, and I have no idea how they make it, but there's a show called, I think it's Lawless. It's a movie. I think it's Lawless. There's a lot of movies that show moonshining in it. I think Lawless might be one of them. But it's moonshine is made in the Appalachian Mountains. So this is called Sippin' Cream, Butter Pecan, Sugarlands Distilling Company. And I can't decide. So like, I took the back label off, right? And this is your typical kind of mason jar lid. It would have been way cuter though if they did the kind that like has like the metal clasp and like a sucky rubbery ring, and you click it open that way. That's how like jams and jellies are made when you're gonna or store things or pickle things. They're made in that kind that suction cups to the side so it keeps all the air out. So this is just your regular, hi, okay. Of course I can't open it. Of course I can't. It would be very easy for anyone else but me to open it, so it doesn't matter. You can imagine what it looks like without the lid on. But I can't decide if I want to take the label off or not, because the label is so cute. It's a little bird. I have no idea what kind of bird that is. I really have no idea. Is that a hummingbird? It has a very long beak. I don't know if that's a hummingbird. I'm not confident at all in saying that that's a hummingbird. Because usually when someone wants you to know it's a hummingbird, they show it hovering. You know, how they flap their wings so fast. Have you guys ever seen a hummingbird? Oh, what's this? I'm losing it. A hummingbird in real life, like actually hovering. I've only seen it like once or twice, and every time I do, it's like seeing a unicorn. They're so magical. I know that they're here in, because this is where I've seen them in Dallas, Texas. So I thought, maybe I should put a hummingbird feeder out. I think I might look into that, but I think they just drink like that red juice stuff that you put. I don't know. I'll look into it. Shit, there was something I wanted to tell you. No, I don't remember. Oh well. Um, Maybe I'll remember tomorrow. Hopefully I will. But anyway, I don't know. I'm seriously thinking about not taking the lid off of it. I mean the label, because it's just so cute. And then I also might go back to see if there's more, because it's so fucking cute. But and then I could like put my daughter-in-law has this beautiful purple vine, which I'll have to show you next time, but I could they start like making these roots immediately the minute you put them in here. So I thought it might be cute for that, or cute to put, I don't know, buttons or something in, just something cute. I have to show you my grandma's button jar. I may do that. Oh, one of the things, okay, so one of the reasons I wanted to start start doing, I was going to say start a channel, but that's not, I already have started a channel. Hi, it's me, Noni, right here. This is my channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. But the reason I wanted to start videoing every day is because, one, it would be a habit. But because my memory is so bad, especially my memory of things just last week or last year or whatever, my memory is so bad. I want to start like recording like my days so I can look back and, oh, today I did this and today I did that and da da da. But also I wanted to start recording like telling my story, like my life story, you know what I mean? But doing it as discreetly as I can, to not having trouble finding words today, guys. To still be able to tell my story without telling other people's stories who don't want their stories told, right? Because some people don't want their stories told on YouTube, and I want to respect that 100%. But I think there's a way to tell my story, things that I've gone through, things that have happened to me. Hopefully I remember. I do remember some good ones. There's not, I don't know, man. So I guess if I get stuck in a place, I guess what I'll have to do with those is like plan it out. Which is easy. You just start from when you're born, right? But then it gets harder from there. So I'll have to ask my mom. Luckily, though, my mom has kept journals. I mean, I don't know. She probably has, I don't know how many journals. I'll have to ask her. She probably has at least 100. Like, I think she writes, even if it's just a little blurb, she writes a little blurb every day. Writing for me is not an option, though, because it kills my hands. And I'm talking about, like, writing 2 sentences is, I'm already dying before I even finish the 2 sentences. So that's not going to be an option for me. So this would be more of a verbal journal. Verbal journaling for myself, because there might come a time when I don't remember myself, or anybody in my life. I don't know what the future holds for me because I don't know what Lyrica is going to do to my brain. I've heard not so great things, but I am not willing to give it up because I assume it's helping me with my pain. That and not working, though the working part I do still want to do as long as it's from home, so I'm still pursuing that. But yeah, and also so that my grandchildren will know me, because there's stories my kids don't even know, at least, like, I mean, there's some, but like, I don't know. I don't remember what they do and what they don't know and what I have and what I haven't told them. Like, I just honestly don't remember. But luckily I have a friend that grew up with me. We have had our many trials and tribulations. But I can say, she's the best and longest friend I've ever had in my whole entire life, regardless of things that separated us, that were not great things, that I won't share because it's not for me to share. But she has the greatest memory of anyone I know. And so if I get stuck on anything, she can tell me, and then I can tell you. So hopefully she's watching this video and knows that I'm going to put her to work. So, I guess that's it for now, guys. I have had wet laundry sitting on my bed for an hour and a half that I was going to fold while I was talking to you. I really need to learn to multitask if I'm going to do this. But I have a brain that just, the hell? Anyway. Alright, guys. I have no idea what I'm even going to title this, because this was supposed to be the holiday movie video. Maybe I'll call it Brain Fog. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I'll let you guys go for now. I hope you have a beautiful evening and a beautiful tomorrow. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay? Bye.